Let friends in your social network know what you are reading about. Although the battle has become a symbol of patriotism for many Americans, the history of Alamo is fraught with racist myths. A link has been sent to your friend's email address. A link has been posted to your Facebook feed. Not many are remembering the Alamo these days. The normally bustling tourist attraction in San Antonio is closed to visitors due to the coronavirus outbreak. March 27, AP Domestic. The famed Alamo battle was fought more than 200 miles away from where President Donald Trump is expected to give a defiance speech on Tuesday, but historians say that by speaking in Alamo, Texas, Trump is bringing to mind a piece of history that is fraught with racist myths. Alamo is a small town on the Texas-Mexico border named after the 19th-century mission and fortress in San Antonio where a Texas army was defeated by Mexican troops in 1836. Texans used the defeat at the Alamo as a rallying cry, "Remember the Alamo," in their fight for independence from Mexico. The Battle of the Alamo was a nearly 2-week-long siege during the Texas Revolution, a rebellion against the Mexican government, during which 189 Texans under the command of Lieutenant Colonel William B. Travis chose to die rather than surrender. Trump, who faces a call for his immediate removal and a second impeachment, had invoked the "beautiful, beautiful Alamo" in his 2020 State of the Union address, calling it "where Texas patriots made their last stand." The White House has billed Trump's visit as a chance to mark the completion of more than 400 miles of border wall, a promise made, promise kept, and his administration's efforts to reform our broken immigration system. Although the battle has become a symbol of patriotism and freedom for many Texans and Americans, like the Confederate monuments erected after the Civil War, the myth of the Alamo has been used to commemorate whiteness, according to Walter L. Buenger, Texas State Historical Association chair. Trump border visit. Here's where U.S.-Mexico border wall construction stands. The battle itself was relatively insignificant tactically speaking, but it gained recognition decades later in the 1890s as backlash to African Americans gaining more political power and Mexican immigration increasing, Buenger said. In 1915, Birth of a Nation director D.W. Griffith produced Martyrs of the Alamo, which solidified the myth further by pitting white virtuous Texans against racist caricatures of Mexicans on screen. It became in some ways a sort of symbol of Anglo-Saxon preeminence, he said. The Alamo became this symbol of what it meant to be white. In reality, Mexican Americans fought alongside white Texans, some of whom enslaved people, in part because the government of Mexico had decided to centralize power, eliminate racial requirements for citizenship and abolish slavery, according to Jorge Canizales Esquerra, professor of history at University of Texas Austin.